Welcome to this live stream from First Unitarian Church of Des Moines. Our mission is to love radically, grow ethically and spiritually, and serve justly. We invite you to visit our website at www.ucdsm.org. It's a great way to explore all that our church has to offer, from adult programs, to religious education, to social justice work, and more. But the best way to know us is to visit on a Sunday. We'd love to get to know you over a cup of coffee after the service. Speaking of which, today's service will begin shortly. So now we'll take you inside.
Hear these words, excuse me. Hear these words from Victoria Weinstein. The church is a body. May this body breathe and be together in the spirit of hope. May it feel held by comfort. Those who seek consolation, may they find it in the solace of this moment. The church is a body. It is as strong as all the people who have ever gathered within its walls. It is the power of all they dreamed and all that they have done.
The church is a body. It is vulnerable as the most newborn and untried of its members. It is ancient and it is ever new. The church is a story. It is the story of lives that are interwoven, brought together in this place and in this time for the simple purpose of caring for one another and helping one another along the arduous path from birth to death.
The church is a vision. It is a vision of unity and diversity. It is a vision of reverence for all of creation. It is a vision that beckons us beyond the concerns of our own skins. In the silence, may we abide as one body in the spirit of faith, hope, and love that is the story and the vision of this church. Please join in reading our chalice lighting, which today comes from Unitarian Universalist Association Leadership Council. With humility and courage, we are called as Unitarian Universalists to build the beloved community where all souls are welcome as blessings and the human family lives whole and reconciled. With this vision in our hearts and minds, we light our chalice. And now, let us pass the peace. If you would prefer a little personal space, simply remain seated and your neighbors will take the cue and leave you in peace. Our opening hymn is number 1028 in the teal hymnal, Fire of Commitment. Please rise in body or in spirit and join in singing verse 1.
From the light of days remembered burns a beacon bright and clear, guiding hands and hearts and spirit into the thoroughfare. When the fire of commitment sets our mind and soul ablaze, when our hunger and our passion need to call us on our way, when we live with deep assurance of the flame that burns within, and our promise finds fulfillment and our future can begin. Just hold on to that page. As you see, we will be singing the other verses later.
Good morning. I'm Elizabeth Williams, she, her, your celebrant this morning. We welcome all people who welcome all people. We welcome all genders, ethnicities, bodies, and stories. Whatever you are carrying with you, whatever you long to set down or pick up today, may you find here the love, support, and encouragement you seek. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you like, you can raise your hand so we can greet you, but no pressure. And now, let us deepen. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, that's. And now let us deepen our awareness of this place and season. Our First Unitarian Church is located on land that has been home to humans for 12,000 years, starting with the people of woodland culture and later the Iowa, Sauk, and Meskwaki. Centering ourselves in our place in the cosmos, the moon is waxing crescent. As a pluralist tradition, we celebrate with our Hindu siblings who will be celebrating the birth of Krishna on Tuesday.
Good morning. I'm the Reverend Steve Seek, he, him, and I'm honored to serve as your minister. I'm wearing a stole gifted to me by your interim minister, Reverend Meredith. A brief cybersecurity note before we go on. Yesterday, many of you received a message from someone who was pretending to be me. There are three ways that you can tell that it was not me. The first has to do with safety, the second with grammar, and the third with theology. On the safety part of it, I will never, ever ask for you to bring cash or gift cards to some third location. We have very strict financial oversight of even our offerings. So that would probably be the first bell. Second, I am, for better or worse, a stickler for grammar and capitalization and returns. If you see random capitalized letters, it's not me. And finally, theologically, these hackers tend to assume that all churches are alike. They do not understand our pluralist commitments, and so they often use sort of a general closing like, in Christ's name, or God bless. That would be an indicator that I probably didn't send it. Now, back to our regularly scheduled covenant. As Unitarian Universalists, we do not have a required statement of belief or creed. Instead, we hold ourselves together in love by covenant. That means that we affirm and reaffirm our commitment to one another and put love at the center of our actions. So I ask you to please join with me in speaking our First Unitarian Church of Des Moines mission as it is on our screen here. We covenant together to advance our mission, to love radically, grow ethically and spiritually, and serve justly. And now, back to 1028.
Here we come, second verse. You're going to get your exercise today. From the stories of our living brings a song both brave and free, calling pilgrims still to witness to the life of liberty. When the fire of commitment sets our mind and soul ablaze, and our hunger and our passion need to call us on our way. When we live with deep assurance of a flame that burns within, then our promise finds fulfillment in our future can begin.
Today's story is we're going to be sharing conversations that an adult had with an 8 and 11-year-old about what they think the world would look like in 2050. Sophia is 10, and here's her conversation.
I hear the future. What do you think the future will be like?
Better, I hope.
Better how?
Less pollution and more recycling.
Do you think there will be new techniques for having less pollution?
Yes.
Will school be any different?
I don't think so. It's not getting worse now, but there are schools where they use tablets and everything.
Don't you like tablets?
No, I prefer notebooks. Tablets are bad for your eyes. And this conversation is with Lewis, who is 11. Hey, Lewis, what will the future look like?
I think there will be flying cars and robots.
We're in the woods right now. Do you think nature will always look like this?
No, everything will be made of metal.
The trees will be metal.
Yes.
Will clothes be made of metal too?
No, they'll be made of wood. I didn't write that. And finally, here's Adam, age 8. Now, is there anything you want to be invented?
Well, there are already electric bikes, but it would be nice to have flying bikes.
Do you think that will be possible?
Yeah, And there will be mini walkways with no gravity to make objects float.
Oh, I like that.
Oh yeah, and flying skateboards.
So, what do you see yourself doing when you grow up?
Maybe not working for public transport, because that won't exist anymore. Buses will be androids.
Do you think it'll be better or worse then?
Better. Maybe by then there'll be less pollution, so the earth will last longer. What I would like is for us to demolish buildings and grow lots of plants again, and live in nature, in some kind of cave or something. These conversations are just a brief glimpse into the fantastic world of children's imaginations.
And so we invite you all to take this moment to imagine the world in 2040. What do you see? What do you notice in that future?
Hear now this poem, A House Called Tomorrow, written by Alberto Rios. You are not 15 or 12 or 17. You are 100 wild centuries and 15, bringing with you in every breath and in every step everyone who has come before you, all the yous that have been, the mothers of your mother, the fathers of your father. If someone in your family tree was in trouble, 100 were not. The bad do not win, not finally, no matter how loud they are. We simply would not be here if that were so. You are made fundamentally from the good. With this knowledge, you never march alone. You are the breaking news of the century. You are the good who has come forward. Through it all, even if so many days feel otherwise. But think, when you as a child learned to speak, it's not that you didn't know the words. It's that from the centuries, you knew so many, and it's hard to choose the words that will be your own. From those centuries, we human beings bring with us the simple solutions and songs, the river bridges and star charts and song harmonies, all in service to a simple idea, that we can make a house called tomorrow. What we bring, finally, into the new day, every day, is ourselves. And that's all we need to start. That's everything we require to keep going. Look back only for as long as you must, then go forward into the history you will make. Be good, then better. Write books, cure disease, make us proud, make yourself proud. And those who came before you, when you hear thunder, hear it as their applause.
Now a change of plan. But in the spirit of community, we do a set of Sondheim songs, one where I ask you to reach out to me, and the other where I ask to reach out to you. Not to worry, not to worry, I may not be smart, but I ain't dumb. Put me to it, let me do it, show me something I can overcome. Not to worry, child. others may desert you, not to worry, whistle, I'll be there. Demons will charm you with a smile for a while, but in time nothing can harm you, not while I'm around. Demons will charm you with a smile for a while, but in time nothing's gonna harm you, not while I'm around. Anyone can whistle, that's what they say. Easy. Anyone can whistle any old day. Easy. It's all so simple. Relax, let go, let fly. But someone tell me why can't I can dance a tango any old week. Easy. I can slay a dragon any old week. Easy. What's hard is simple. What's natural comes hard. Maybe you could show me how to let go. Lower my guard, learn to be free. Maybe if you whistle, whistle for me. What's hard is simple. What's natural comes hard. Maybe you could show me how to let go. Lower my guard. Learn to be free. Maybe if you whistle, whistle for me.
Thank you so much, Barb. Thank you, Bruce. And now we welcome forward Mary Ellen Miller and Cheryl Long for a spotlight on our Dare to Dream fundraising.
Good morning. 1957, such a nifty time. That dreamy Elvis song is on the jukebox, and my parents have a new Studebaker.
Well, I got an AM/FM radio for my birthday. And don't you love the hairdos that are bigger than the Empire State Building?
1957, where all marriages are heavenly.
And women are in love with their vacuum cleaners.
But wait, something's off, don't you think?
Well, maybe it's not 1957.
Well, the Studebaker went dead.
So did Elvis.
Well, we're not dead.
Yet. But we sure don't look or function the same.
And neither does our church.
Our church is old. Hasn't had a lot of updating since 1957. You wouldn't drive a 1957 car today. Have a house full of 1957 furniture. Or wear your 1957 underwear.
What's wrong with a 1957 era church?
Well, uncomfortable seats, dangerous parking lots, entries and walkways, leaky windows and aging heating and cooling systems, flooding walkway, and overgrown property, inaccessible areas in the building, old dark spaces with mismatched furniture, and an outdated playground, and more.
Church has given me so much.
Well, me too.
It's been my family when times were tough.
And just think about how many people continue to come through our doors,
People being persecuted.
experiencing homelessness, families that want inclusion and peace for their kids,
Those that love a good laugh.
or great food, or that like to work for social justice.
This church and its values are so important to us and to the community. Let each of us think hard about how we can give to the Dare to Dream campaign.
By honoring the immeasurable gifts the church has given us.
Remember to join us for brunch Sunday, September 7th, following the water communion service.
And hear an update from the steering committee and a very special announcement from the fundraising committee. Be there.
Or be square.
Okay, hard act to follow, and I don't have a costume. I'm Barb Glass, she, her, hers. And I've been coming here since 1972 and a member since 1984, and very grateful for that entire journey. I'm a pastoral care associate for our congregation. Sometimes we experience big changes in our lives, and we need a good listener to talk to. If you feel overwhelmed, lost, or alone in your grief, please call the pastoral care team. You can reach us at pastoralcareteam@ucdsm.org. You can also request assistance or submit a joy or sorrow through the Caring Ministry page on our website or by speaking to me or any member of the pastoral care team. This week, some of us head back to school. Students, we invite you to pick up a blessing tag after the service at the welcome desk. As you pack your bags and school supplies, remember, you also carry the love of this community. Whether you're a student ready to start a new grade, a teacher who has been working very hard preparing, or a school employee stepping back into the busy season of driving students, feeding students, or caring for students, may this year be fulfilling for you. May new discoveries open before you. May you wonder. May you be curious. May you be safe. May there be new friendships and the rekindling of old friendships. May you feel the deep appreciation from this community and the wider community for the deeply important work you are doing. Blessed be. Todd and Heidi Lackman are joyful that their daughter, Torrin Lackman, safely and successfully completed her human-powered Tour de 14er challenge, biking to and summiting the 57 public 14,000-foot mountains in Colorado. Unbelievable. She started June 30th and finished August 19th, spending 51 days biking, hiking, and climbing to achieve her goal. We are proud and grateful for Torrin's health and determination, and along with the companionship she found along the way. Get this, she is the first female and the youngest person to complete this effort. Woo! As far as we know, only 10 people have completed this endeavor to date. We recognize that to live in this world means that we all experience both joy and sorrow. And so we take this next moment to share aloud or in writing the names of those you are carrying in your heart today. Mike, Melissa. Go ahead. We light 3 candles this morning. We will light 3 candles this morning. Okay. One for the joys and sorrows shared aloud. One for those shared in writing. And one for those held silently among us.
The work of this church is sustained by the financial pledges we make, pledges which ensure that Des Moines will have this voice championing love, compassion, and equality for all people in 2040 or 2140. And so every Sunday we practice our value of generosity by passing the plate. In gratitude, then, we give, for in gratitude we receive. you're not crazy. Let's just start there. We are living in difficult times. Future generations will study this inflection point in our nation's history. When residents are imprisoned and deported without trial, when the military is sent into cities, barely hiding racist intentions from the administration, despair creeps in. Of course it does. One of the antidotes to despair is hope. Hope in community, hope in love, hope for a better vision for our future. So in that spirit today, we ask, what does First Unitarian Church of Des Moines look like in 2040? As you shed that despair, take a moment to see it in your mind's eye. As you walk through this congregation in 15 years, what do you notice? What are you hearing? Who do you see? What does it feel like to be here? Today, we will hear 3 of the many visions for our congregation, 3 histories with our congregation. Someone who signed the membership book last week, someone who signed the membership book over 10 years ago, and someone who signed the membership book over 20 years ago. 3 of the many visions of our future. So let us join in these visions together. Stacia.
I'm Stacia, pronouns she, her.
I'm Eric, he, him.
Reverend Steve reached out to me this week to ask if we were interested in sharing our vision for this church for the year 2040, the perspective of newcomers, if you will. At this time, I was deeply into day 1 of potty training one of our toddlers. I was surely covered in at least 2 bodily fluids and likely losing my mind because I agreed. Poor Eric here is being dragged against his will onto this stage. Neither of us are natural public speakers, so bear with us. If we're being honest, a vision for the church we literally joined last Sunday is hard to come by. Every time we tried to jot notes down over the week, one child needed a diaper change, another some snacks, another wanted to play, and the last would whine for screen time. We got bogged down in the daily routines and to-do lists and should-do lists and failed daily to make progress on this concept. We remained stuck, seemingly incapable of completing this assignment until we realized something. In this season of our life, in which nearly every moment of our day revolves around our children, we lack vision for even 15 minutes from now. 15 years? Impossible. But this realization became the key for us. Any hopes we have for this church and this community siphon through the filter of our children. When we first started attending Sunday service here over a year ago, through the sermons and speakers, we began to see possibilities for future versions of ourselves and our kids. We saw opportunities to start to push ourselves out of our comfort zone and more actively build the community we want for our children. We saw faith formation programs that would help our kids grow into conscientious adults. We saw a future in which we are all more engaged, doing more to protect those we can, and fighting louder for those that need our voices. 15 years from now, we hope this congregation will continue to be a partner in raising our children, helping them grow into people who understand the inherent worth and dignity of every individual, people who recognize the bias in themselves and in others, but who still choose to look at each person with love and respect.
Our vision for this church is centered around the things that made us want to become members. It would be naive to propose changes when we're still getting our feet wet. Our vision would be to continue children's programming like OWL and the one-room schoolhouse, so the children in this congregation are empowered to stand up for what is right, When fear comes, we hope that they will have the courage to act and help others find their courage. We hope this church will continue to be active in the greater Des Moines community through service and activism. We want our children to not only hear about social justice, but have opportunities and support to practice. We hope that they will be comfortable standing in demonstrations, lending a hand, and doing the small everyday acts of kindness that make communities stronger and more compassionate. Finally, we hope this congregation will continue to be warm and welcoming to everyone that comes through these doors. We have been overwhelmed by the kindness and openness we've experienced since our first visit. It feels like every Sunday that we wore that sticker name tag, someone introduced themselves to us or to our children. We want this church to be a sanctuary where love takes root, the adults lead by example, and a place that teaches its young ones to be a beacon of love and acceptance here and in the world beyond.
Good morning. I'm Adrian Stamper, he, him.
Ann Stamper, she, her.
Vision of 2040, 15 years from now, our children will be 27 to 37 years old. Let that sink in. Ann and I will be 15 years older. Full disclosure, I got a text from the Reverend this week asking about 42 gift cards from Amazon. And I responded, and he said, I sent you the wrong text. I actually need you to talk about the 2040 vision for the church. So I started with ChatGPT just to see how it would serve as a thought partner. And I gave up 90 seconds later. It writes well, very fast, but I didn't have the patience to prompt it well enough to capture my experience or my view. So you get my thoughts today, unaided by AI. As we ponder the future, let's revisit the past. It likely rhymes.
Absolutely not. Why did we come here 15 years ago? Our priorities were in no specific order: family, community, humanity, spirituality, perspective, and OWL.
Will our children be looking for the same in 15 years? Ann and I were not raised in the Unitarian church like our children. As they leave the house and start their own families, will they consider other faith communities? Sure, they will. Will they return? Maybe just on holiday, maybe not at all. Will their time at First Unitarian influence their decisions as they become adults? Yes, it will. Have each of you contributed to raising our children in community? You have. I thank you for helping with childcare, programming, OWL, COA, complimenting their public speaking after Sunday story time, asking them about their lives, and genuinely caring for those in this community. What should we be in 2040? We should be a similar version of what we experienced over the last 15 years. Can we continue to make this a community that attracts and nourishes our future generations?
We are thankful for the community that existed and invited us to join. The people that created a community that attracted us to devote our time, talent, and treasure. We recognize the work that was accomplished before we arrived, the work that has been done during our time, and the work to come. We've made many connections in this community and many friendships. We are excited that we get to help shape the community that future members will share.
You might say we recognize the responsibility as members to foster the community that will retain our members and attract new ones. When we paint a picture of what we want to create over the next 15 years, it's very tempting to recreate ourselves or to dramatically improve in every category. I argue that we have a strong community built on Unitarian foundations that have served our members. We certainly have room to impact the larger community around us and understand how the world is changing and to be change agents in that world. With all that said, I think we need to continue to focus on how to raise the next generation to care for those around them. It's hard to capture the attention of our youth. Sometimes I feel the only hope is forced long-term exposure to things like church. Maybe they will learn from simply being around it before they have to strike out on their own.
Our vision of 2040 is a faith community that focuses on demonstrating our values to the wider community and to future generations. It doesn't hurt to expose them while they are young, impressionable, and extremely obstinate, in my experience. I will leave you with an unscripted story. This summer, we had the pleasure to have our daughter home after her freshman year of college, and I overheard her talking to a friend about how much she hated OWL and how painful she made it on us to get her there every week, and on her OWL teachers. Thank you to all who survived her. And her story. She went on to tell this friend that she was stunned after a year in the dorms with a bunch of girls. She had no idea how little information they had. That's 7th grade information. For those of you who don't know, we do not have a high school out program at this time. She went on to say that she thought it was important for all children and that she would drag her children back for OWL.
Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Phyllis Swink. Human? I don't know. I have been in the process for the last 10 months of strategically planning my next life passage. A grief social worker told me to get started, I need to ask myself each day, what's going to make today better than yesterday? Some days I get up and try to figure out my to-do list, and I don't even want to get started. When I was asked to present by Steve, what I want First Unitarian Universalists of Des Moines to look like in 2040, I first thought, I hope I'm here. I'll be older than dirt. Then I thought, it's about planning the future, regardless of my presence or not in 2040. Then I thought of the many things we do well, believing that we build on those things and include those that are younger and should be around, like we've heard before me, and express what we would like to see to make us stronger and the best we can be, realizing that some of our strengths as a community are the things that can make us less strong and appealing. Let's go forth and ask what's going to make us strong, what challenges us, what's going to make tomorrow better than today. I was asked to be part of a strategic group, and I love the people of this congregation and look forward to being a conduit to making us the best we can be together. Thank the young people for also giving the vision to us. Thanks for listening.
And now for our final verse of hymn 1028.
Please join me in saying the extinguishing chalice words in your order of service or on the screen. It is our work, shared with each other in covenant, that creates and sustains this beloved community. We extinguish this chalice, but its light lives on in the directions we have chosen today. The light of this faith lives on in us together, in our hearts, minds, bodies, and spirits.
Beloveds, rise above the present despair, finding courage, belonging, and hope for all that we may yet bring into this world. Remember that you sit in the shade of trees planted in this congregation 146 years ago, and know that the seeds that you plant today will shade those who gather here in 2171. Go then in hope, in peace, and in love.